Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. How are you? I hope you are enjoying the best of health. I welcome you in my class, that is English for grade 2. And we are learning Unit 11. Its title is The Kind Fisherman. My dear fellow teachers, this lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation and worksheet links are given. You may click it, download it, follow it as it is or modify it for your convenience. I'm going to deliver my lecture according to this lesson plan. And my dear students, today we are going to continue and complete reading and understanding of this text. Before this, in your unit 13, I have taught you how to identify and name characters in a story. I hope you remember. If not, you may watch this video lecture again. And we are going to learn further to identify names and characters in the story. This is our today's essay. I hope you remember, beta, I told you whoever comes in the story is a character, right? Now, what about name? Either there will be a name of that person, as we are reading the story of kind fisherman. Now, fisherman is not name, it is one of the title which is common name. And what is the name of that fisherman? Abu Nasr. So, if you find proper name for that person, you can tell. Otherwise, you can tell he's a fisherman or a boy or a girl. So, whoever comes in the story is a character, and you can find its name as a particular name or the name in the way that character has been introduced in the story. Okay, so this is what we are going to practice today. So let's start with the name of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah mentions in Quran, Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse 2, help each other in righteousness and piety, and do not help each other in sin and aggression. Fear Allah. Yes, my dear students, as I told you yesterday, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is instructing us to help each other in good deeds and stop oneself from bad deeds. And this we'll do only if we fear Allah. If we know Allah is watching us all the time. That's why, beta, we should do good things all the time, and we should be focused that Allah is watching us. That's why we should not do bad stuff, right? And if anyone is doing bad stuff, we should not be helping that person. We should try to stop, or at least we should stay away from that person, right? So this is the message of this verse, and let's start our story. Yesterday we were reading, we read a part of that. So out of that part, you tell me who met Abu Nasr on the way. As we read, what did we read? He could not catch any fish for many days. He went to Imam Masjid. Now, one of the characters is Imam Masjid. He found him crying, and he suggested him what? Whenever you start anything, say Bismillah. So he threw his net, his fishing net. After saying Bismillah, he got a big fish. He went to market. He sold it for a loaf of bread. And when he was taking that bread to his home, on the way, he met someone. Who thought that person was? Pause the video, tell to your teacher, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, I hope all of you remember that he met, this is what, on his way home, Abu Nasr saw a poor woman with her son. So he met a poor woman and her son on the way. So, and they were hungry. This is the point where we stop. So from this point, I'm going to start reading. Listen carefully, because after me, you have to read it. Abu Nasr noticed that they were staring at his loaf of bread. And what does staring mean? To look continuously. Okay, so they were staring. What is holding? He's holding bread. So they were staring, continuously watching. This reminded him of his hungry wife and son. So what he thought? He thought, the way my wife and son are hungry, likewise they are also hungry. So he gave them his loaf of bread. So what happened? He gave them his own bread. They became happy and thanked him. You see, he was kind. He didn't say, I should take this bread to my home. When he found they're hungry, he gave bread to them. What happened next? So, my dear students, before moving to next, how many characters so far we met in this story? Fisherman himself, Imam Masjid, fisherman's wife, fisherman's son, and a poor woman and her son. Okay, so let's see, is there any other character coming in the story? Okay, Abu Nasr became more worried and prayed to Allah about his wife and son. Soon after he returned home, someone knocked at the door. Okay, someone knocked at the door. It was a businessman. Now there is another character, a businessman came there. Okay, I am looking for Abu Nasr, he said. Now the businessman said, I'm looking for Abu Nasr. Abu Nasr said, who are you? Many years ago, I borrowed, and what does borrow mean? Take and use something belonging to someone else. Means for the timing, you ask for someone, give me, may I borrow your pen? It means after using, I'll return it back to you. Okay, this is what borrow. So what he borrowed money from your father. So the businessman said, many years ago, I borrowed money from your father to start my business. The businessman said, though he has passed away, I want to give you the money I owe. Owe means have to pay or repay something, especially money. Okay, so the money I took, I want to pay it back. I owe him. The man handed Abu Nasr a bag full of money. Getting this, Abu Nasr became happier and thanked Allah for this unexpected help. What does unexpected mean? Something which you don't even think of. So he did not even think of, like someone will come at my home and will give money. So it was unexpected help. Abu Nasr started his own business and he became a rich man. You see, he showed kindness to a poor woman and her son, and Allah helped him out of his expectation. You see, this is how Allah returns the reward of kindness. Now, my dear students, you tell me, why did the fisherman give his loaf of bread to the poor woman and her child? And what did you learn from the story of this fisherman? Okay, so pause the video, answer these questions to your teacher, read the text again, and then come back. Yes, my dear children, are you done with reading the text? Good job. Now I have an activity for you. What you are going to do, your teacher will ask the students question regarding names and characters in the lesson. And teacher, how you are going to ask, for example, who was Abu Nasr and who met Abu Nasr in the masjid, who was starving in Abu Nasr's family, who met Abu Nasr on the way, etc. So that student will be aware about the characters, how to find out their names, and how to tell about the characters of the story. So pause the video, enjoy the activity, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, could you find all the characters? Can you name all the characters? Good job, you are smart. Now it's time for practice. You are going to write the end of the story in your own words in your notebook. Okay, so you will not copy, make it like theme will remain same, but you are going to write it in your own words. So pause the video, complete this task, and then come back. Yes, my dear students, are you done with it? Good job. I hope it was not a lengthy work. It might have 2-3 sentences, right? Okay, so it's time for your homework. you are going to write T for true and F for false statement in these boxes according to story. And here is a worksheet, my dear fellow teachers. This worksheet, lesson plan, PowerPoint presentation links are given. You may click it, download it, and kindly provide a printed worksheet to students for practice. And my dear students, what you are going to do, yesterday I gave you worksheet with a story with pictures for prediction of the story. Now you are going to write about the characters of that story, which was caterpillar looks for a shoe, right? So in this way, you will complete this worksheet. So what we have learned today, we learned to identify names and characters in a story. So we achieved our SLO, identify names and characters in a story. Are we done with it? Yes, so that's it for today. Tomorrow I'll come again with a very interesting lesson. Till that time, keep learning and take very good care of yourself. Thank you and Allah Hafiz.